Uh, one of the things that when we originally spoke, you mentioned that you teach authors to become actual brands. And one
Yeah.
of the things I was going to say is, what's the difference between someone who has a book and someone who is a brand? But you started to go into that, but I do want to give you the opportunity to be able to go into that more because there are some people that can write a book and they say, well, I wrote a book, but a brand to me means something else. And without me going into it, I want to give you a chance to be able to kind of break down what your definition of it is.
I'm just going to put it simply. Everybody has the ability to write a book. We all have a
Mm,
story. We all have learned something that we can teach to somebody else. A brand for us is legacy. It's more
okay.
than just a book. Again, a lot of the authors that we work with are professionals, business professionals. We do
Mm,
have other authors that move in the nonfiction space, but they're looking to make an impact now. That information that they're looking to provide to the audience is dated if you hold on to it 3 months, 6 months, 8 months,
yeah.
12 months.
Yeah.
Then how do you show that you are a professional of the knowledge that you say that you have? You speak to audiences. So from having this book, you're showing them I'm already an author in my own right, but I'm an expert too. Let me speak to your audience and show them in this book, on this stage, what I can do for you, or what I can do,
Nice.
or how I have done, or whatever it is that you're conveying to your audience. So there's a difference. With the type of authorship that we speak of, we're looking at more than just writing a book. It's more
Okay.
than just a book.
Okay. Again, lots to unpack in that. One of the things that stands out to me is there are a lot of people that when they say is if you can't do it, you teach. So there are some people that will put a book out, but if you try to get them in front of an audience, they're not prepared to be able to have that interaction with them. They can't walk them through it the same way. Preparing someone to be able to do that or selecting someone that can do that is going to be one of the things that again it builds out the success. One of the other things that stood out to me is for me from a advertising marketing and just my background, what I try to highlight to people is there's a difference between a personal brand and your business brand. You're basically covering both because the book is the business brand, but for them to
Mhm.
have the ability to be able to go out and speak and engage with the audience is the personal brand. And a story can sell, but nothing sells like the person because at the end of the day, people are actually investing in the person as much as they're investing in whatever it is that person's bringing to market. So I love that you're not only empowering people to be able to do it, but you're actually making sure that that's something that's part of what they're doing because that increases their chances of being successful. There are a lot of people that put books out that nobody's ever heard of or they never actually got a really good shot at it because they went with a bigger publishing company or something where they they burnt through the budget that they had, but they didn't actually know what to do with the budget that they had. Figuring out how to be able to get those speaking engagements, setting things up so that people are set up for
For
success and
success
for
and
a
for a
win,
win.
completely different experience. What does the timeline look like from manuscript, look at me, to published?
It
What does
depends
that
on
look like?
the genre.
Okay.
The more technical, nothing more than 12 months. Nothing more
Okay.
than 12 months. And 12 months is if it's like a scientific,
Okay.
publication or if it's something, a little more complicated. But, going back to branding, you are
Hmm.
your brand. You can't
Yeah.
be out here in the streets acting up and then be on stage talking about this is how eh, you are your brand. How
Yeah.
you present yourself out in public is how people are gonna see you, period. Whether you choose to but with social media, the whole purpose in marketing your book before it's actually complete is because people purchase from who they like. We
Yes.
learned that from sales a long time ago. People
Hmm.
buy stuff and they overspend. Why? Because they like the salesperson. Oh, the salesperson said that would look so good on you, and oh, that makes you smell like you just rolled in a bag of money. So, what do? You buy more because they
Yes.
gave you an emotional feeling connected to something that was external. So, they gave you the external to build the internal. So now you're just like, it's the same thing with branding as far as yourself is concerned. So with social media, we use that to get people to fall in love with us. Public
Hmm.
speaking, we use that to get people to fall in love with us. Videos, so that when they get the book, they feel like they're connecting more to us because they
Yes.
feel like they know us now. So it makes life a little bit easier for you to be able to understand the environments that you're in.
Absolutely. People buy from people that they know, like, and trust.